Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson from briangjohnson.tv, and this is a case study video based on SiteGround and their WordPress managed hosting solution. Really excited about this host because they offer some tools that are crafted to interact with their servers. So imagine having a hosting environment where WordPress is optimized by your web host, and then they provide you with plugins that are designed to work not with WordPress, they do work with WordPress, but not only WordPress, but the server itself. And specifically what I'm talking about, and again, $3.95 a month to be able to access this kind of thing is amazing. So the host has all the things you'd expect. One-click installation, but that's not really what you should buy hosting for, because you can get your site up and running easily. And if you can't, you can pay someone $50 or $20 and they'll do it, and it's done once. Instead, is what you want is lightning speed. And this host offers things like top hardware and then WordPress Supercacher, and that's what we're going to take a look at. Now, what's really interesting about caching is that, number one, it's freaking complicated. Number two, there are a number of plugins you can take advantage of. They're free. However, they're complicated. They don't update in the way they should. They might not show visitors the complete picture of a post. And what I'm talking about is you might have a post and maybe you email your list and 20 people comment. However, because you're caching your site content, future visitors don't see those comments because of your server, and it's serving a cached version of the page. Now that's good for performance. It's going to really speed things up. But for goodness sakes, you need to make sure that you're offering your visitors the latest version of your page. Now this plugin actually does that, and it does that by ensuring that anytime the page is updated, that a new copy of the page is saved and then served to future visitors. If someone comments, future visitors are going to see that comment. And you also get things like multi-location CDN and optimized software, and it just looks super fast. Not only that, this is, again, so incredible. 24/7, super fast and speedy service. Now, I will say some of the things you want to consider are the fact that this host really locks things down to ensure that sites don't get hacked, to ensure that performance is at a peak. And because of that, you want to make sure that you store your password, that you don't forget your password. And you might have to contact host if you get blocked out of your own site. Maybe you forget your password. I've seen this happen with people, and it's because they're really locking things down. Now, here's where it gets really good. I mentioned caching, and I mentioned how it can improve the performance of your site. You absolutely want that. Google has made it very clear that they prefer web pages that load quickly. And there are WordPress plugins available, but again, they're complicated and whatnot. And there are no WordPress caching plugins that work on the server level. So in other words, you turn this on and then the plugin works with your server to deliver the very fastest performance possible. Okay, so here's what we got. Here is my website, marketingeasystreet.com. This is one of the sites that I run, and you'll see it's okay. That was average at best. This is a $750 dedicated server, and I'm actually downgrading as far as what I'm paying. I'm paying now $550 for a dedicated server on SiteGround. And I thought what I would do is do a Google page speed, right? And what I'm going to do is really see exactly what the difference is and so on. So let's run the insights, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to my site. I'm going to then copy the address. So we're going to do one test on Google page speed. And this is on the old host, okay? So this is on Westnick, a great host. I've really enjoyed working with them. but they don't have the tools and customization for WordPress, and that's why I'm moving my business to SiteGround. So let's go ahead and analyze. And we'll get a score based on how fast the site is loading. And you can see we're 70% done at this point. And the speed is not really so great, right? Okay, so we have mobile and we have desktop. Speed on mobile is 38 out of 100. We should enable compression. We should think about removing JavaScript. We should consider fixing files. And a lot of this is, again, super technical. And what I do is I want to improve things, but I'm not going to spend the majority of my time with this issue. I'm going to do some tweaks and things I can do easily. And this is a great example, right? Get a optimized hosting solution that will speed up my site and be done with it. Now, if we look at desktop, a 44 out of 100. And again, a lot of things that I need to do, like minifying CSS, HTML, as well as JavaScript, enable compression, and so on. So that's the where we're at right now. Again, we have a test score on Google page speed of 38 out of 100 on mobile. And this is the score is 44 out of 100 on the desktop. And I'm going to do another similar video probably tomorrow after the server is transferred over, and we'll see how we are doing. Cheers.